It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Gangstalking, also known as organized mobbing, an orchestrated attempt to target one individual in order to conduct human experimentation on them. This can happen in the workplace. This can happen in your community. This can happen anywhere. It's also somewhat of a spiritual phenomenon because it really goes into the righteous being targeted by the wicked. And there's a common denominator to all of this. And the reason this tends to happen to some of you brothers and sisters who have been placed on certain programs, the common denominator is you refuse to be manipulated. That's what it's all about. They want everybody to be sheep. They want everybody to go along to get along. They want everybody to fit in. They don't want anybody to think outside the box. They don't want anybody to be truly influential. They want everybody to be the same. And so what end up happening is people come together out of fear of this wicked society. And a lot of times it's subconscious. Because they have fear to stand out and they see one who can see and don't mind standing out. Because these individuals have a hive mentality, they tend to isolate and ostracize that one person in order to gouge them, dehumanize them, frustrate them, gaslight them. And ultimately, the goal is to make them crash out, get put into a mental institution. They want you to lose your mind. That's what it's really about. And they have they have a whole series of tactics that they utilize against God's people. And this is why the Most High gives us these scriptures to really keep us level-headed and keep us on the righteous path. But now, gang stalking is something else because it's not always on a what we would call a corporate level or even a alphabet level, meaning some type of organization or some type of government funded sector or whatever the case is. It's not always that. Sometimes it's your friends. Sometimes it's your family. Sometimes it's those around you. Sometimes it's co-workers. See, because this thing is spiritual. And, you know, the goal is to really make you lose your life, lose everything that you work for, lose everything that you are trying to build. That's what they really want to do. Alan, California, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. And it's because y'all couldn't be manipulated. I'm talking about from day one. From day one. The Bible says, I knew thee before you were formed in your mother's womb. See, the Lord chose you. And he chose you to fulfill a great purpose here on this life. But what came with that is different entities that you have to overcome, right? There's different battles that you have to face in order to find that true peace and salvation. Alan, California, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And they absolutely tried everything to get you to stay in a bubble. Some of y'all grew up and just asked too many questions to the pastor. You asked the preacher too many questions. You were always intuitive. And now your very existence bothers people. So they feel like they got to take you out. They feel like they got to target you. They're watching you with despitefulness and torture. And a lot of these entities, they watch from a distance, they monitor. They have various tactics that they use. You could be riding down a highway and all of a sudden somebody's tailgating you and they following you real close. And you're like, what is going on with this person? Trying to get you out of character, trying to get you to swerve off the road. They do things like put things in your lawn and your grass, and you know, they put things in your yard, and or they would you know, constantly have noise campaigns going on, all to frustrate you. They're conspiring, and it's mental warfare. Why? Because you can see through the 12 grades of learning, a lot of y'all was not buying what they were selling. You were not buying what the teachers was talking about. Some of y'all had guidance counselors that knew you were different, and you stood out. You were peculiar. So now, because people fear what they don't understand, being miniature in thought, they figure that they will provoke and monitor. That's what gang stalking is all about. It's human experimentation. When somebody fear what they don't understand, what do? They dissect it. NYC Rock, thanks for the contribution, says, man, Breed, when I was in the world one day, I live in NYC, it was a helicopter that was watching me from far. It was the weirdest thing I ever saw. Absolutely. The book of Thessalonians says they will haunt our steps, that they will watch us. They will lay in wait for the righteous. They would think to slay us. They will watch from a distance. The Bible talks about this. Isaiah 5:19, they say, let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it, and let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw near and come, that we may know it. That's right. Let him make speed and hasten his work, meaning let him slow down process. Let them try to stop you from getting certain opportunities. But see, when you got the Most High, he's the answer. When you got the Most High, he's going to ensure you that safety. And see, the reason why I speak on these particular subject matters is because some of y'all are experiencing this phenomenon known as gang stalking, and you don't know what's going on right now. And I got to tie it around biblically. I got to tie it around scripturally so you can understand that there is a way out of it. Mandy, thank you for the contribution, says, Happy New Year from Houston. Hope 2025 is full of blessings. Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mandy. Appreciate the support. Their goal is to get you to crash out. Now, brothers and sisters, it's something that we have installed in us where people cannot manipulate us. It's a sixth sense. And they will label you crazy just because you won't fall for the charades and smoke and mirrors. There's certain people that come around us and we can literally sense everything. We have intuition, we have insight. And brothers and sisters, they can feel your presence. They know you're not falling for the nonsense. Sister 1973, thank you for the contribution. She said, preach, Breed. Absolutely. You can read the body language. You know their temperature. You know their frequency. You know what vibe they on. They can't pull the wool over your eyes. Everything they say, you understand the motive behind it. Everything they do, you realize what type of time they on. And because of that, you are not wanted in society. That's what it boils down to. Because you got a lot of people who are used to being able to manipulate. That's their way of life. And then when they come across a brother or sister like yourselves, when they come across you, they feel like they have to target you. Why this person won't fall for my tricks? Why this person won't fall for the manipulation? Why are they absorbent from my tactics? Hey, y'all, come look at this. This is how they act. Hey, y'all, come look at this. That person right there is different. I tried to do X, Y, and Z to that person that didn't work. Hey, let's work in a group. Let's come together in a pack. Let's operate in secrecy. Let's see what we can do to this person. Let's see what makes them tick. Let's see what we can do to get them out of character. This is how these entities operate. Alan, thanks again for the contribution. I appreciate it. That's how it be. And it's only because you're a person who is secure with yourself. And when you know who you are, when you're very comfortable with yourself and you understand who you are, understanding yourself helps you with the ability to see who other people are around you. When you know yourself and certain people come around you, you can feel their energy. You can feel their motives. You know what they on, you know what they about. Never ignore that. It's because you're authentic in a world where everything is monkey see, monkey do. Everybody got to dress the same, act the same, walk the same, talk the same, act the same. Everybody got to believe the same thing. When they give you two choices in the media, you got to pick one of the two choices instead of looking towards the Most High, just like Democrat, Republican. You can't have your own take on reality. You can't have your own thoughts. Then you become a threat. Then you become a threat. And then the unhealthy obsessions take over these people. Ash Rowland, thank you for the support, says, love the honesty. We need to fellowship in the real way, not the church way. 100. And then what end up happening is some of these individuals are involved in masonry, and I'm not talking about bricks and buildings. Some of them are involved with different organizations behind the scenes. Some of them are involved in these cult-like churches. Will Surname, thank you for the contribution. Alan again coming through with the support. Round the Way Ray says, facts. Authenticity disturbs their demons. The Most High says, come out among them, be ye set apart. Absolutely. And that's what needs to happen. It's all because you don't want to be manipulated. It's all because you, listen, I'm going to say it this way. You can't be manipulated. It's all because you cannot be manipulated. You can't. They lied to you so many times. They use a trauma-based, fear-based society to get you to believe everything they tell you on the TV screens. It was a miracle that you woke up. John 15:25, but this is to fulfill what is written in their law. They hated me without reason. That's right. Some of you all live in neighborhoods where every time you come out your home, somebody comes out, monitor, watch. Some of y'all can't go to your vehicle without somebody lifting those blinds down, looking outside, seeing what you got going on. Some of y'all can't walk through a grocery store without being followed. And you wondering why, like what is happening here? And the whole goal is to make you believe that you're losing your mind. Some of you all may leave your home if you ain't got cameras set up and something is missing, something is gone, something that you know was there is not there no more. But you know, if you say it out loud to anybody, they're gonna think you're crazy. They're gonna think you're crazy. Listen, they've been experimenting on us since the dawn of our inception in America. Since they brung us over here, they've been experimenting on us. And anybody else who's being watched is because you know something. You're a whistleblower. You won't be manipulated. A lot of times they try to recruit you. A lot of y'all turn down being recruited. You turn down the offer. NYC says, man, I remember when that thing came out and I was still in the world reckless, but I wasn't getting that thing. Couldn't convince me about that. That's facts. Because you wouldn't be manipulated. I know what thing you talking about. The same thing running through people's veins. They got them tweaking out here. And if you did go get that thing and you not out here tweaking, the Lord had grace on you. Maybe you had a placebo. Let's just leave it there. Yeah, a lot of the times it's because y'all wouldn't fall for the trick that Satan tried to play. Imagine these individuals trying to extend an olive branch and try to get you involved in their confederacy. Because a lot of times that's what happens. They'll test you to see what you will do that goes against morality. You turn that down, guess what? You being watched. That's how it be. Some of y'all don't fall for the peer pressure out there in society. And because you don't fall for the peer pressure, now the people in your community watching you. Why? Because you not evil like them. And they trying to figure you out. I'm telling you, man, gang stalking comes in many forms. Sister says, I be at the grocery store and I can feel the worldly ones even driving here. Comes a whack doodle pumping gas. I be minding my own business. Here comes Captain Goof. Yeah, they are some goofies. They are goofies. They are weird. They always lurking in the shadows and in the damn bushes. Lee Martin, thank you for the contribution. Telling you. They like to snap pictures of God's people. They do that too. I mean, I've literally caught that. And I'm talking about before being known on social media. They do these type of things. Literally be snapping pictures of you. What are they doing with these pictures? I'll tell you what it is. They witches and warlocks trying to cast spells, or either that or somebody hired them to do a job. Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. That's right. The wicked has definitely spread themselves like a palm. They definitely spread themselves. But the good thing about it, the powerful thing about the Most High's people, is we can stand alone. We don't be needing everybody. We don't be needing everybody to be on our side. We don't be needing validation. We don't be needing the support of a bunch of people to feel like we can face the world, like we don't care. Like what don't break us make us stronger. Brothers and sisters, what don't break you will make you stronger. And all the little psychological mind games they play, give that to the hands of the Lord, because the Most High is going to repay them. Somebody said they be digging holes too. Yeah, they'll dig holes near your property. They do all this stuff. They use various fear tactics or scare tactics. NY, thanks for the support, says, man, always getting those cold stares. That's right. They give you the mean mugs, the cold stares. Somebody said they dumped my plants out. Wow. And this is why you got to really be private. You got to be private. Only people that you can trust should know where you at. That's what it's coming to in this world. If you can't trust those people, they can be those traitors that put you on a list. But the goal is to make it seem like you crazy. No, you're not crazy because you won't be manipulated. You're not crazy because somebody come in your presence trying to tell you some nonsense and some rah-rah and you not buying it. You're not crazy because you're not letting people take advantage of you. You're not crazy for having healthy boundaries for yourself. You're not crazy for not responding to people who are trying to gaslight. You're not crazy for not responding to provoking spirits. No, the world is in reverse. The world is crazy. And what it's doing for you, brothers and sisters, is making you stoic. It's making you stoic. Especially you men out there. Men of the truth, they have a certain cross that they got to carry. I mean, I want y'all to think about this, brothers. You can't cry because then they're going to say you an itch. You can't voice your emotions because then they're going to say you complaining. You can't even celebrate when you're doing good because you're afraid to be seen happy. You got to act like you've been there before. To be a brother in truth in this day and age, there's a cross that you got to carry. So what does that do? It dehumanizes you. Stoicism becomes a lack of humility in a sense because you can't even express how rough this program is, especially when there's a light in you. You can't even express that. So what I'm telling you, brothers, is y'all got to keep y'all head up. Our plight when we are taking that narrow path is not a joke. This is why we inherit everlasting salvation. This is why we inherit the kingdom at the end. We go through hell on earth. We are never comfortable. Not saying that we don't have joy of the Most High, not saying that we don't have happiness, but what you got to understand, what you brothers and sisters got to understand, we have to carry our cross to make it. We're not meant to be comfortable in a world that we're not dominating and ruling. We're not meant to be comfortable when the inmates are running the asylum. We're not meant to be comfortable in a situation that wasn't supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs 13:3. Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens it wide, his lips come to ruin. That's right. That's right. Somebody says, I'm moving when I get my land, sell my home, get away from the city. I'm not renting homes. I'm starting over from fresh, deep in Mississippi. Leave the cities. I agree with that. You've got to get out of these highly concentrated areas because the program is worse in the cities. Gang stalking is worse in the cities. The psychological warfare is worse because they got more weaponry and they can hit at different places. They got something right now called the heart attack gun, an actual gun that I believe they use on certain targets, trying to make it seem like they died by natural causes when there's certain people out here who carry such a high frequency, they just want to eliminate them all together. And there's certain people out here who they use the heart attack gun on. It's a gun that has a needle. Talking about the needle is so thin, if it hits you, you don't even feel it. A lot of their victims don't even feel it. And it's connected to a regular what it looks like a 9mm handgun. But the only difference is inside is fueled by a battery pack. And this battery shoots out a damn dart that gives so much electricity in just a little dart, it gives people heart attacks. And it's even hard for like people to find it on the body. They've been using stuff like this since the 70s and 80s, bro. I'm telling you right now. Like, it's real. But you know the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Because if they could take out God's people, they would have already done it already. But the Most High gave us spiritual laws. Let me wipe this off. Most High gave certain spiritual laws where they can't cross us. Only thing they can do is irritate you. Try to get you to act a certain way. And sometimes they'll use people close to you. James 1:2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. Did I read that right? It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. I don't know if you either wrote that right or whatever, but that doesn't sound like what the scripture says. So make sure you copying and pasting KJV. He says because it gives you an opportunity to grow. Now that's interesting. I got to read the context of that. But I'm going to tell y'all right now. Keep being Renaissance men, Renaissance women. They upset because they cannot manipulate you. Some of the people in your family, they moving different right now. They moving different just because the love bombing didn't work. The witchcraft, the manipulation, the subtle tactics that they use just don't work. And so now they go recruiting other family members. Now they go recruiting people that are close to you. It's just like the movie They Live. We got one that can see. We got one that can see. And then don't start telling the truth, because then you make enemies. The Bible says, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? That's right. Somebody says within the last 2 months, different people taking pictures of me while working, and I'm a delivery driver, right? I mean, if you go on Indeed.com, they got different surveillance jobs that are just weird. They're just straight up weird. And they're all surveillance jobs that's geared towards watching civilians. There are civilian surveillance jobs all over the internet. People are just literally getting a 401k. People are really getting paid in America to watch people. Yeah, gang stalkers get jobs every day. Like, for anybody who thinking that this is some conspiracy stuff, you are not in the real world. You must don't understand, or you don't read, or you don't see what's going on. They would like for us to act like it don't exist. They would like for you to be ignorant. But no, I'm going to spread that awareness. Yeah, they got robotic animals. This is a fact. They got birds out here that are not real birds. Birds that are mechanically built with cameras all in them. I'm telling you. I know it sounds like the Sci-Fi Channel, but it's real. It is real. If you see the same bird coming to your window every day, making the same type of noise, I mean, it's identical. Then something should tell you, is that a camera? Are they using this as a noise campaign? Are they watching? That's what they do. Now, the only thing you can do about it is be aware and stay prayed up. And make sure you're not doing evil out here. Because when you put on that program, when you put on a list, they're waiting to see you make mistakes. Because in the mistakes you make, they can get an opening. Yeah. Let me see here. My bad. I wish this thing would scroll manually, so I'll have to stop touching the screen. Let me see. Let me see if I can change setting real quick. Super chat, top chat. All right, I think I got it. Yeah, they want us locked up or deleted, or they want us to self-delete. That's what it's really about. They want you to lose your mind. And sometimes it's not as organized as you would believe, but for some reason, everybody be on the same frequency. It's just like the movie Falling with Denzel Washington. And it's like they have the same look on their face. It's just like that movie Fallen. Demons can jump from one person to another. Demons are like roaches, and they just looking for a dirty place to go. They like demons are like scoundrels that's just looking for a home. You understand what I'm saying? So people able to be hacked who don't have no belief system, people who just of the world, people who don't have no truth in them. Somebody said, New Breed, you need to watch the movie Memento. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, demons are scavengers. And a lot of times they want to make you angry. Because why? They want to be a host to somebody who got the light. They get great pleasure and great joy trying to destroy you, brothers and sisters, because you bear the light. I watched Nefarious. That was a good one. I actually did a movie review on that movie on this channel. Go through the archives and check it out. Yeah, they want to drain your energy. Yep, I seen that show too, The Watcher. It's the same thing. This stuff is real. They're not putting this in the movies for no reason. But see, when people hear us talking like that, they like, no, none of that stuff is real. Look, the same people who saying it's not real, 9 times out of 10, they gang stalkers. And don't even know it. Don't even realize Satan be using them to conspire against the righteous. Satan be using them to monitor the righteous. Satan be using them. Because it don't always have to be somebody being hired by an agency. They could just be being used by the devil. It'll be the same people who don't even believe in gang stalking, but they perps. Imagine that. Like, you don't believe in it, but you are a perp. Make no mistake about it. If you have a hive mentality, if you believe anything somebody say about somebody with no proof, you a perp. That's why you need to be careful when you hear people talking about people. Because that's what the perps do. Tell lies on you. All of a sudden people moving different around you, saying that you did stuff you ain't never done. They'll spread rumors on you, and then you like, why everybody acting like that? Because they done put a whole demo out on you that ain't even true. But that's a blessing because you ain't want them people around you anyway. Anybody who believe nonsense about you, brothers and sisters, let them go. With no type of proof, no nothing. No way of verifying it, nothing. Yeah, twisting stories and narratives, and a lot of times it be projection. The gang stalkers be projecting. It be stuff they doing. That's how weird they are. It be stuff that they doing, and they'll project that on you. Somebody says they put it in entertainment to make people think it's not real. It's called misdirection while hiding in plain sight. Yep. Yep. And that's what they do. It's just like the Truman Show, y'all. I'm telling you. Just like the Truman Show. They'll even set up who your friend should be, who your wife should be, ladies, who your husband should be. And these people will, this gang stalking stuff gets real. They will literally pick and choose who they want in your existence just to keep the target in place, just to keep an eye out on the target. Stuff gets that deep. That's why I be telling people stay off of dating apps and all of that. Stay off of that stuff. If you're going to meet somebody, meet them in real life. And also, don't be doing the same thing all the time. Like, go to different places. See different things. You going on them dating apps, they already creating a whole dossier on you from social media. They know what you like, what you don't like, who you don't like. And guess what? They can send an agent. All of a sudden, there's somebody in your inbox who's hired, an agent of Satan. Somebody said, Bree, you out here giving cheat codes. I'm telling y'all. They'll have these individuals being used, honey traps, and all they doing is gathering information, figuring out a way to leave you without, finding a way to just give all your information to the enemy. That's why you got to move with wisdom out here. You got to move with wisdom out here. Like, get off them damn dating apps. Fellas, challenge yourself in real life. Get out there in real life. Challenge yourselves. Because I can tell you right now, it's way easier for them to set you up with a honey trap online than it is in real life. Somebody said, never been on a dating app. That's good. Someone says, if you lose anyone for sharing your truth, then they were not your friend in the first place. That's a fact. Hold on. That's a fact. Yes, Agent Smiths are definitely fully activated. Somebody said, I had a perp try to get my confidence by telling me a bunch of stories that mirror my experience. They shouldn't know about. Wow. They do that too. They do that too. Now, I'm telling you, I've definitely experienced that. Things they shouldn't know. But then when they start talking, it's like they're mirroring your experiences in life. It's the strangest things. It's like, yo, hold up. How do you know that? You may have a leak in the camp, yo. You may have somebody who may be double agent. That really does happen. That's happened to me a lot. So I can definitely relate to that, yo. That stuff is wild when that happens. Yeah, it's a form of manipulation. Like, hold on, how you know that? Like, now sometimes coincidences happen. Sometimes the people that you gravitate towards may have been raised the same way as you, experiencing similar things. So it is what it is. But sometimes it's a little bit too coincidental. It mirrors a little bit too much. And you like, hold on, what's up with this person? And brothers and sisters, and look, this is why the Bible says friendship should come through adversity. Look, when you know who you are, man, and you can't be manipulated, and somebody's asserting themselves, acting like they come as a friend, for some reason, you brothers and sisters reject that. And you know why? Because it's like they're forcing it. It's like they're forcing a friendship. Something that should be natural. A lot of times those be gangstalkers, they be perps. In a minute you reject them, all the flattery disappear, all the kind words, all the encouragement. All of a sudden they're your worst enemy. But they had all these great things to say about you, but you didn't really reciprocate their energy because for whatever reason, you were keeping them arm's length. You was watching them. And then time revealed just how much they hate you, why they did not get what they wanted from you. Then they show their horns. And this is the reason why we don't let nobody manipulate us. Your kind words don't mean nothing to me. Because the same person who can say, all these kind words. Soon as they don't like you no more or got an issue with you, you're the worst person alive. The true colors come out. You the worst person to ever walk the face of the planet. But it was all good just a week ago. That's a clear indicator. That's a clear indicator that that person is an agent of chaos. That's a clear indicator that that person is lukewarm in faith. That's a clear indicator that person has zero discernment and is fueled by emotions and feelings only. That's it. You got some people out here like that, only fueled by emotions and feelings. And them same people will start spitting venom at you. But at first, you were this person. You would ask yourself, how can somebody flip that quick? I've had people do that, even on social media. They'll be in your face, and they be like, you're a real one. Most High blessing you, blessing your family. You got to be a man of truth. Most High got to be using you, brother. They get on the internet, and I'm the devil. It's crazy. How does that happen? I don't know. It is what it is. A lot of the times because they did not get what they wanted from me. And that's the way they operate. That's right. Somebody said they were never genuine. That's right. They already made up in their mind if they don't get what they want from you, they was going to switch anyway. That's why the slightest offense can send somebody through the roof. That's how they felt anyway, but they weren't able to manipulate you, so now they let it all show. Somebody said, this is why I try my best to avoid people. Most people can't control their thoughts or emotions. Facts. That's a fact. They only targeted y'all because you would not be manipulated. Yo, we didn't crack the code, y'all. Thumb the video up, y'all. We cracked the code. They only targeted you because they could not manipulate you. Friends, family, colleagues, associates, all the same. You became public enemy number one because you did not fall for their manipulation. You didn't fall for the tactics. Somebody says, Bama Boy says, I notice people I used to hang around. Now that I stopped, all of a sudden texting and calling me, wondering if I'm okay. Yeah, some people just want to keep an eye on you. Some people just want to monitor. Grace Hill says, you're right. I had a homegirl that I used to hang with in my past, tried to reattach herself, and I caught on to her, blocked and deleted her. Yep. You got some people out here just trying to reel you back in. Reel you back in. Somebody said, we must never give people, let me see. Charlie says we must never give people a reaction to breed. That's what the demons want. That's a fact. I agree. Somebody said people act like they don't mess with me when I don't co-sign their lies. See, that's how they try to recruit. Want you to co-sign lies. Want you to go against morality. And then when you like, nah, I'm not with the manipulative stuff. I'm not with all of that. I'm not with playing games. Even in business, when you don't co-sign shady practices and shady work, when you don't co-sign, wickedness and unfairness, and you have people out here try to blackball you from certain opportunities. That's how we go. When you don't agree to do things the wrong way, That goes on a lot. That goes on a lot out here in GA. You know, because I'm a businessman myself. You know, I own a business. I'm involved in a lot of different things that I don't even talk about online, but I'm a businessman. And I notice when you don't agree with certain things, they'll try to throw a little caveat out there. They'll throw a scenario out there. And when you like, nah, that don't sound right because the people won't get X, Y, and Z. And I'm all about fairness. I'm all about the balance in the scales. I'm all about making sure people get what they pay for. And any service I provide, I want to make sure things are right. I don't do bad business. I don't do unfair business. I don't swindle. I don't jug. I don't finesse. But out here in Atlanta, jugging, finessing, that's the name of the game. Like you don't get ahead unless it's like that. But when you don't agree, they'll talk about you. And you know what I'm saying? They'll try to pigeonhole you. They'll try to blackball you from certain people and certain opportunities. It's just it's just foul that that's how people move, especially our own people. Our own people move like that. It's like everything about being shady. 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. And no wonder for Satan masquerades as an angel of light. That's a fact. But we can see right through that fake angel. We can see right through them devils. And they don't like that. Everybody want to claim they real, but when you really being real, nobody really rock with you. Don't nobody mess with real people. You can't do business when you real nowadays. Somebody will get jugged and finessed doing dirty business with a dirty mother before they'll do business with somebody real and help them out. People don't like sincerity. People do not like sincerity. They don't like people who are genuine. They don't like people who put in genuine efforts. I'm telling you this right now. That's why if you got real people in your circle, real people who bout what they say they bout, and people who are stand-up people, then yo, you blessed. It's not easy to find. That's not easy to find at all. Somebody said, Bree, you almost at 200K. What's good? Let's get it. Let's get this channel up to 200K, brothers and sisters. Somebody said, New Breed, did you see Denzel Washington got baptized? I did see that. And I think he's supposed to be some minister now. When just a month ago, he was talking about how he, kissed a guy in a movie, the Gladiator 2 movie. Now all of a sudden he's baptized and he's somebody's preacher. I mean, I don't know what to tell you about that. I don't know. I mean, actors are always acting. Actors are always acting. That's all I can say. It looked like a psyop to me. I mean, look, actors, actresses, entertainers, musicians are not our leaders. They're not our leaders. You might like Denzel Washington's movies. You may like somebody's music. You may like, somebody's acting skills, whoever. They're not our leaders. It's that simple. Only in our community, entertainers are like looked at as somebody. They're entertainers. They're not doing no community work. They're not really pushing the envelope to make sure our people have land, and they're not doing nothing. And they got resources. They're not activists. Let's put it that way. They're advocates, not activists. An activist is active. An advocate can say whatever, but they're not doing nothing. An advocate is somebody who's just advocate. Like Kanye West is an advocate, posing as an activist. He advocates we need to buy land. He advocates we need to do X, Y, and Z. He advocates, not going for the red media or doing this, that, and the third. but he's not an activist because he's not active. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anybody can talk. Me personally, I ain't just talked. I'm an actual activist. And when I talk this way, people don't know how to take it. They think I'm being cocky or arrogant or self-centered. No, I've actually done the work. I've actually met with dignitaries. I've actually traveled and did what I need to do. I've actually set up certain initiatives and help out with things communal wise. I'm actually an activist. I'm not just an internet YouTube guy. That's what a lot of people don't get. And a lot of times when I get on social media and I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm actually putting my life on the line. I'm actually putting my life on the line, but people don't see that. I'm not the same as these just I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm not just a content creator, is what I'm trying to say. So when I see like a Denzel Washington, an actor, an actress, or anybody try to take a minister position or any type of revolutionary standpoint, I know they're just entertainers. Just entertainers. Yeah, somebody said it. Celebrities and athletes make enough money to donate to every single person making under 450,000 per year without monthly income. Yep, without losing much monthly income. That's a fact. And they also have the ability to build up communities, but they're cowards because they're so used to their snagger-tooth white daddy paying them that they don't want to leave the plantation, even though a lot of them die without nothing. Even though a lot of them have mysterious deaths, end up poisoned, and their kids don't get nothing, but they rather be slaves. Proverbs 14:23, in all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury. Yep, that's right. A lot of people talk. A lot of people talk. There's a lot of talking heads. But what I realize is doing the work, a lot of them talking heads y'all see, they're not there. They're not in the field. The people that's in the field don't even be online like that. The brothers that pull up to our initiatives and events who really about building the community and what we can do to free ourselves from bondage, a lot of the people who pull up, they don't even be on the internet. A lot of them brothers, I got to try to convince them to get on the internet. But they don't want to do that. And I don't blame them. Most of the brothers I build with, they look at these internet guys as clowns. Just simply clowns. They're not about nothing. I be trying to get my brothers like, y'all want to build a bigger internet? Like, bro, we pull up, we really doing work. Most High made it so I got to do both. Handle this in the real world and get on here as well. But man, a lot of these guys ain't about nothing, man. They ain't talking about nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Just talking. That's all. Yeah, somebody said they rather operate under somebody else's commands. Yep. And it happened to be the same ones they claim is oppressing them. I done figured it out. A lot of them are just despair merchants. But as I was saying, the reason why a lot of you brothers and sisters have been targeted is simply because you won't be manipulated. Some of you all been watched by agencies from the get-go, just how you answered multiple choice questions in school. Some of your brains was being studied. Some of you all were always different. And for a lot of you all, it made you a magnet for a lot of people. Like people want to be in your presence, people want to be around. And for whatever reason, It could be good or bad, because even these damn obsessive perps, these meat suits, these NPCs that like to stalk, even they want to be around. Even they want to be around. Even they're just obsessed because you're giving off a light. Somebody says, I can't fathom taking orders from none other than the good Lord. That's right. Yep. Somebody says they're usually takers. Yep. Some people just want to be around to take from you, extrapolate energy, time, resources, effort, life force, whatever. That's a fact. Somebody said you would have to have no personality to be used like they are. Right. That's facts. Somebody said energy vampires love me and seek me out obsessively. Yep. God's property says, New Breed, what does Trump mean by shutting down the woke? That's a good question. That's something that myself and a couple of the brethren actually spoke on. Because it's interesting that the word woke has been inverted. Woke's supposed to be a good thing. Woke's supposed to be something that means, you are conscious and you are aware. Woke's supposed to mean awareness. Awareness. And somehow it got inverted to mean something negative. Oh, the woke movement, the woke liberals, wokeism became extremism because these people are satanic. Somebody satanic purposely inverted the word woke to mean something demonic, right? They'll say the woke left-wing media. Why do they do that? So they can destroy wokeness. Now, what I personally believe is happening is, seeing as how TikTok is about to be shut down next month, in a matter of weeks, actually, what I ascertained from that is they're trying to destroy actual wokeness, but it's a proxy. I mean, these people they're sneaky. They're sneaky. Imagine you inverting a meaning of a word like woke. That's how damn genius they are. They evil geniuses. You invert the word so people can look at woke as being undesirable or some extremist stuff. And then you destroy real wokeness in the process. That's what I think is happening. I think it's a way to shut down people who have free speech, a free voice. But we'll see. Time will tell. Only time will tell. God's probably said, so they are watching us. Yeah, most definitely. And the reason I brought up TikTok being shut down is simply because there's a lot of quote unquote woke TikTokers, and they're getting a lot of momentum in these short videos, and there's a lot of woke material. So when Trump says he's gonna get rid of wokeness, the first question we're gonna ask is, what does that mean? What does that encompass? Could it be the left-wing extremism? Could it be the race theory? Because that's considered wokeness too. Could it be the critical race theory, or these Antifa, pro-black, Marxist, black racist groups? Or could it be wokeness altogether? And what I mean by that is being aware, knowing what's going on in society, knowing what's going on, in the government and everything else. Could it be that woke? We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Somebody said, don't forget, Ron DeSantis said the same thing about woke. Right. Somebody said that's the manipulation of the English language we speak. Words can be taken many different ways and understandings, right? Yep. And they able to do witchcraft doing that. They're able to manipulate doing that. But we refuse to be manipulated. That's why they always watching us. We're not fitting to be manipulated by nobody. Anyway, brothers and sisters, it's been a blessed, powerful stream. I got more material coming. Turn those notifications on, y'all, so y'all can get these videos as they being uploaded. Look, support the work. Y'all have been contributing this particular video, and I do appreciate that. That must mean that these are the type of topics y'all want to touch on. If so, do me a favor and like this video, share it. Let me know down in the comment section if you have been on these programs and this video actually helped you out in order to weather the storm. You know, if this video makes you cleave closer to the Most High, and if it gave you an understanding of what's going on, and you don't feel like you're going crazy, now you got some motivation, let me know, and I'll keep on putting out the material that y'all love, right? All praises to the Most High. Y'all be blessed. Shalom. Peace.